So let's talk about again plans. You got songs. You're going through the songs. You got about 20 or so. I'm sure you can't get them all on one, and you shouldn't really, because it would be too many. Should not come down to at least 7, 8, 9, or 10. The interest from my part would be to see and to let us know if you will go out, locally and play your album or some of your tracks as a guest. Any plans on that, around your area?
Yes, there is some plans on that. What I would be doing would be going out and doing what I guess they're calling it now a tribute. You go out and play a whole bunch of somebody else's stuff, and then you throw yours in with theirs, and then you just go out and perform to a 2.5 hour show with a tribute, plus putting your songs in with it. Because let's face it, me being a totally unknown, I don't have the money power to advertise like the big guns do, and it's but that's okay too. It's going to get there, Cam. It's going to get there sooner or later, and somebody somewhere, I'm hoping, will like one of the songs. And yes, we are going to sorting through the 20. We're going to narrow 10 down from there, and we're going to have some nice songs that we hope. We're going to have love songs, not so much as the Honky Tonk CD as what the first one was. The first one I'm thinking is pretty much a honky tonk CD, too much about drinking in it and stuff like that, but that's the way it is. I mean, that's the way it was. Everybody puts out a CD, a honky tonk CD, a love CD. Some of them even put out gospel CDs. I've written gospel songs, but I haven't. Don't have that many of them together to do a gospel.
No,
album.
But if my 2 cents of an opinion is, as a friend, I suppose, and as in the music business slightly from the age of 14, I would suggest that you do a mixture of an album, because if you go back into history, the greatest bands that ever was and are still selling are the ones that actually do a mixture on an album. It could be anything, one each of something, or two of something or something, but never to be a one of the same category and same balance and same. It just gets a bit monotonous, because then you get an artist. So this is Joe Public speaking again, where they say, well, okay, I went and bought an album from this and this singer, and 2 tracks are pretty good. That's the 2 tracks that were released as a single, and then the other 8 are just, whatever.
Right.
The greatest band, or the most successful band, whether we like it or not historically, was the Beatles, or is the Beatles. I mean, they don't exist, but the Beatles are the Beatles. Phenomenon. You will not play one song of the Beatles and say, well, that's a bit old hat. Even if you play it today, it's still fresh. The tunes are fresh. The melodies are fresh. They were all based around the same 3-4 chords, but somehow there was some magic in those Beatle tunes. If we go back to Elvis, the king of the States, he did an album, but then again, none of his songs were all the same on the same album either. They were all kind of different. One was spiritual, one was gospel, spiritual, not the same. One was country, one was bluesy, and so on. I believe if you follow the path of having a little bit of something, a little bit of everything on an album, and I like the idea that you said, and this is what I advise people that I manage, when you get on stage and you're an unknown, never start off with a song of your own, because nobody knows you. You have to face the truth, and you have to not be so proud. It's best to start off, as you said, with somebody. Do a tribute song. Do one of the great legends that you admire, or people already know because they came before you. Nothing embarrassing about it. I do it all the time. My first big show that I did, I came on stage and I started off with a Rolling Stones track called Can't Get No Satisfaction. I got the people up from the first song, and then I went into another song that everybody knew, and the third song I said humbly, and now I'd like to play you one of our tracks of our forthcoming album. And you know, the people thought psychologically, hey, if these dudes can play Rolling Stones and I don't know, Jimi Hendrix, whatever we played, I'm sure their song is just as good. And you win them over. That's
absolutely.
Psychology.
That's great.
That's psychology.
That's great.
You know, that's just something in the music business that when I'm managing bands, this is what I say to them. And the other biggest thing that I say to them is never quit your day job until you actually get something. So these are two big basic advices that I will give to friends and to people that are musicians. And you will always win the people over by playing something they already know. That is why karaoke is very popular. You know, I don't like karaoke very much because a lot of people sing out of tune. But psychologically, when somebody's listening to a karaoke song of someone singing out of tune, even though they're stone drunk, they don't actually listen to that person singing out of tune. They actually got in the back of their minds the original tune. And then it doesn't matter. Because we are sober and we're musicians, we look around and say, hey, are these people deaf? Can't they hear this guy's out of tune? But they can't.
Absolutely. I take my earplugs usually when I venture by a karaoke joint. I like to go absolute was live music. You know, the guys, give the guys respect that are up there honestly trying to create their skills, do something positive. I think if you listen to music and you enjoy music, you'll live longer. It's something about the music. When you get wrapped up in the music, I can get wrapped up in the music personally and forget about everything, all the day's troubles when I pick that guitar up. And I'm sure that you're the same.
Well, we have to. The show must go on. It doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have. You pick it up. And you do it because you're a true artist and you love what you're doing, but you're also doing it because you have an audience and you can't let them down. They didn't come out to have a good time because, I don't know, you woke up the wrong side of the bed or your income tax form has come in and you have to pay $1,000 to the IRS, as you call it. We call it income tax in England. So you can't take it out on the people. You pick up the guitar and the show must go on and you give it your best. And you give it your best, actually, because you like it. You leave everything behind. You know, it's gone. It's finished.
Everything is gone.
When it's over, you can get back to reality. Yeah. So, time to wrap up, as we say. I'd like you to, you know, you have a free time here. I mean, in the same, if somebody said to you, okay, so you got a few minutes, what would you like to say to a bunch of people listening to you? You know, I mean, here you are. You're on air. You're live. I will obviously, you know, this show will go out all over the internet, and this is it. You know, this is your moment, Roger. Would you like to say something? I mean, we've enjoyed the music, playing it, and it will be played again because it's recorded now, and it will be going around. People will hear it, but there's some segments that I will obviously edit, and you know that because I've done it before. So here's a moment, here's a particular segment that could possibly be a piece that we could really push out there. Now, how will people get your album, for one? Where could people find you, two? And just give us the finale of what you're going to do next.
Well, they can find me at LasVegasMusic.com. That's my homepage there for the music page, LasVegasMusic.com. After the first of the year, we are going to be going back to the studio and try to get some more recorded, 10 songs in January or February, hopefully. I don't know. I'm an independent, and it just depends on my finance and how it goes, honestly, to get there. I'm not telling nobody no stories. I mean, that's the way it is. I'm just no country boy, and when I get the money, I'm going to get there and get her knocked down, and that's what we're going to do. And we appreciate the support from your fans, and we definitely appreciate every minute of this being able to be on with you today, Kim. And my wife is loves every minute of your shows when she does. She watches some of them on the side and stuff like that.
Thank you. It's nice.
And we appreciate it. And like I said, LashVegasMusic.com. My CDs are out there, I think, only for $9.95 if anybody would care to participate and purchase any. We've also got them out there on the singles. She's updating this web pages of mine. And that's where we're going from here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a brighter future in it, and looking forward to talking with you more and getting things rolling, man.
Okay, rock on. We'll say our final goodbyes then. I'm going to play another track of your album, Country Showcase. And this track, I left it to last. It's one of the new ones that you sent me. It's called Texas Honky Tonk. Fly. Is it Fly? Yeah, I think it's Fly.
It's Texas Honky Tonk Flu.
Flu. Oh, so sorry. Flu. Achoo.
That's quite all right.
Texas Honky Tonk Flu.
When you hang out in the honky tonks, you come like a fly.
All right, rock on. So we're going to hear this now, and then we'll just come back and wave our hands and say goodbye like normal folk. And just hang on till we hear this one as well, okay? Don't go crazy on me. So we'll be back in a minute, all right?
Thank you, sir.
No, we're not number one. We're the only one. We're the only one.
When the sun goes down in my Texas town, I get the blues. Like a skeeter to a light pole, I buzz around too. To those neon lights on Friday nights, I'm drawn into. I think I went and caught a honky tonk flu. I asked my doctor what to do. Is this the common flu? He said, stay right there, have a couple of beers. I think you'll make it through. I've got a Texas honky tonk flu. Drinking and dancing, help me get over you. I've got a Texas honky tonk flu. Drinking and dancing, help me get over you. It's like a different planet, but I'm glad I'm in it. Help me get over you. A love bug bites like the common flu, only lasts a day or two. I've got a Texas honky tonk flu. Drinking and dancing, help me get over you. I've got a Texas honky tonk flu. Drinking and dancing, help me get over you.
Hey guys, very infectious chorus that one. I got a honky tonk flu. That's very infectious. I love the rolling piano on that one. Really rolling. A little bit of Fats Domino and Jerry Lee Lewis, they all combined on that one. I love it, absolutely. And it is infectious. Left it to last. Started off with a big hot one, ending up with a big hot one. So, you're on, my man. Who played the piano on that one?
Roger played the piano on that one. He plays with a prestigious band right now, and I really don't want to get him in any kind of trouble.
Okay, no, don't. All right. I mean, we could.
And all of the musicians on there are playing with prominent, legendary bands at the present time.
Okay, well, that's good enough, man, because it sounds good. It really sounds good and very authentic. I love the rolling piano there. It got my foot doing this, you know. I'm going to tell you what, and I'll spin that again and again. It's really nice. Okay, Roger, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us in your home, because I think we're coming from your home. It's very nice. Yep. It's a very personal and private thing to have somebody in your home. But hopefully we'll meet up again, you know, not to just let it go as a one-off. I really don't like one-hit wonders and one-offs either. I like something regular in my life. And it would be nice to have you to chat to us again. Perhaps, you know, soon we'll pick up a track and see how it goes. And if it's quite popular, have you chatting about it. So we'll see how that goes in the future. From myself, Kim Nicolaou, and Fatsa Fatsa Show, I thank you for the opportunity that you're giving us to chat to you all the way to the States, because we're somewhere else. We're not exactly around the corner. So this is technology, and it's also the beginnings of something new on the internet, and I'm happy that we've had the opportunity to do this together. So, you know, from me, it's a big thanks anyway.
And it's a big thanks from me to you. And I appreciate the opportunity to be on your show. And hopefully that we can stay connected after the shows and long after that.
For sure.
And I hope that everybody enjoys the music. And don't forget, LasVegasMusic.com. Pick you out a CD. It's there for you.
I'll guide people there as much as I can, Roger, okay? And we'll keep in touch. Okay, so there you go. That's Roger there. It's nice. Big thanks to the wonderful music that Roger has provided and allowed us to play. And we'll keep in touch with the guy. From me, it's the usual. Tom say good night to you. I'll say good night, my wavy wavies, to Roger, because I'll go off screen with him now at the moment. Okay, rock on. So, from our point of view here, until tomorrow, I think between 8 and 9, Greenwich Mean Time will be something like 1800 hours Greenwich Mean Time. So, in the meantime, this is it.
If we were a drug, you'd have a problem.
Listen.
You know what's wrong with the world today. It's just not right.
It's not, is it?
Proper.
No!
It's not your grandma's radio show.
Where's it going to stop?
Now that is a good question. I don't think it's going to stop, because we are actually going to return.